AITA for asking my daughter what college she decided on. AITA for asking my daughter what college she decided on. 26th of March 2023. So today, my 55M am returning with my daughter, 17F, from a final college visit. We flew yesterday. After the visit, we were having lunch and she said she'd made up her mind. I asked which school. She said she's going to have fun with this and not tell us. I texted my wife and said she had a decision but she wasn't telling us. My wife's comment was, "We've spent a great deal of money with trips, airline fare, hotels, meals, etc. For all of this. We visited multiple schools last spring and after she was accepted at 5, she narrowed them down to 3, which we've now visited. Today at the airport during the layover she said she thinks it's fun, she got on our nerves about this and doesn't plan on telling us until maybe the end of the week." I explained that I don't think that's going to fly as I'm trying to plan on where I'm moving money around for the down payment, etc. We are paying for her undergrad and maybe some grad school if not all of it. She says now I'm just guilting her and she doesn't appreciate it. I've explained I need to plan and that the longer she waits, the housing queue becomes an issue. Technically she has until May 1st, but the majority of students get in the queue as soon as possible to be considered for the best housing. I get no response and now I'm getting the silent treatment. AITA for asking for this decision? I didn't threaten anything, but I don't think she understands the ramifications of this decision. I just don't understand why I'm the bad guy all of a sudden. An NBSP update on same post 1st of April 2023. 6 days later. Update. We left on what is most likely our final all-family spring break trip on Thursday. We got up to our departure city to spend the night before our flight the next morning. In the hotel room she got up and said she had a big announcement. Then she pulled t-shirts out and started whipping them out to each of us. The shirts were all from the selected school. Her mother and I each have her huge hugs and congratulations of how proud we are of her. So, happy ending. I had already said I wasn't trying to guilt her or make her feel bad about not telling us back when I originally posted. Yesterday while waiting in the airport we got her registered. An NBSP. I am not the original poster. I have a cousin who was in a slightly similar situation. My aunt would occasionally ask about the plan for college since she's paying for it and he kept brushing her off because he apparently wanted to surprise her. Come for the time for the surprise. And it's around 1 month before enrollment. It would have been fine if he went to college in our city. But nope. His dream college was in another city 1.5 hours away by plane. The tuition and school expenses were no problem. But it was the accommodations that were a problem. All the housing, apartments in their budget were already occupied. The only ones left were places way outside the budget. The cheapest option near his college was around $1,500 per month in our currency, and the closest apartment within their budget was like a town over. Aunt was mad at my cousin for doing this stunt. She went on a rant on why she asked him before numerous times on plans for college because she didn't want this exact scenario happening. Needless to say, he didn't go to his dream uni, but one of our city's universities that he was accepted in. This is so dumb and with zero stakes that this is one of the few AITA posts that are true. Speaking as someone who screwed up the housing application process and didn't have a room until about 2 weeks before leaving for college, Dad wasn't exactly wrong in his worry. Well, all's well that ends well. Seems like she just wanted to surprise them with the shirts. Congrats to her for being accepted. I feel like this is a situation where if the parents just acted unbothered by her not telling them, she would have caved and told them right away. Rich people problems. That's some level 3 rich people non-drama post. This has "I wanna go to a party school" written all over it. This is like the kid watched too many gender reveal videos on TikTok and didn't understand that the parents are willing to shell out hundreds of thousands of dollars for their education. Oh, I remember this one. Meh. At least they know now, but in all seriousness, there is no real reason she couldn't have just told them initially. Ugh. Spare me from melodramatic teenagers waiting around for extremely pertinent information being held hostage by a walking bag of hormones. Who insists on having their TikTok-inspired reveal is one of my worst nightmares. I've known people not get housing because they carried on like this. At 17, 18, you'd really hope teenagers start showing some responsibility. But nope. Childish immaturity rules the roost. Tell your parents your college plans so they can pay for your teenage ass challenge. Well, that was boring. I DK any of these people, but I think I hate them. Kid should have said she wanted to make a grand announcement to avoid the frustrations. But at least things worked out in the end. This is the essence of first world, at least middle class problem. I think it's a trend with this young generation that everything has to be a big reveal. Like what they see on social media. I had a chosen college and my family knew. But I ended up not deciding until it was pretty late. It wasn't past any cutoff dates. But because I had also enlisted and left for my first part of training immediately upon graduating, it was up to my parents to submit the paperwork for housing and such as I wouldn't be returning until 2 weeks prior to my start date. Unfortunately, my delay and my parents' lack of communication or understanding about how to submit the paperwork. Neither attended college and apparently assumed the other was handling it, so neither got help to get it done. Meant the deadline for housing at the public university I planned on attending passed while I was away. My delay cost me $21,000, which was the cost of tuition for a single semester at my second choice private college. I ended up leaving after that one semester. I came from abject poverty and had taken multiple private loans just to cover that semester. I couldn't afford a second semester even with scholarships covering half. I also found out the hard way that the anticonvulsant migraine medication I was prescribed caused my birth control to lose its effectiveness. Honestly, she probably kept me from putting myself into further debt because I 100% would have tried to return once I could get the financial stuff worked out had I not gotten pregnant. It all worked out for me in the long run. After many rough years lol. But things would have been drastically different had I gone to the other school. Anyway, long story short, don't dick around. Especially when your parents are either paying or responsible for handling paperwork. The financial penalty could be extreme. I was expecting Oop to ask if he was the off for withdrawing his financial support because his daughter chose a college he didn't like. I can't say this kid sounds like a winner though. I understand wanting to wait to be with both mom and dad. But a week? Because she was having fun having the power? Well, that's kind of an abuse of power if you put that logic in other scenarios. No, I don't think 1 week will make or break it. It's not even May. She's obviously an early decision kid. It's just her attitude that's annoying. I guess it's normal stuff, but it honestly feels more like a 14-16-year-old move. Not an 18-year-old one. Like, have some consideration. A big reveal in a freaking hotel room? I don't know. That just honestly sounds stupid to me. What's wrong with your own living room when you get home? Or at your favorite restaurant when you get home and have both mom and dad together? This is such a tax bracket greater than most problems you'll experience problem. The problem of having to move tens of thousands around to save a couple of $100s across a couple of years. Good for them nonetheless, LMAO.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.